Our Rivian is finally back up and running. Well, it wasn't really broken, but the tires were completely worn out after about 10,000 miles already. And we've been trying to get a hold of Rivian, but couldn't get any responses. But now finally we just broke down and bought our own new tires. Yes, our Rivian been sitting in here and you can see the dust on it for several weeks. The tires were worn out. At about 8,000 miles we rotated the tires and we noticed they were almost down to the DOT indicators that every tire has. And it's like, wow, this is impossible, because I mean, mostly my wife was driving and she's not like a racer or anything. And so yeah, it's like, wow. And little research showed a ton of people have the same issue, worn out tires on the Rivians. And Rivian changed from the early models to the later models like ours here. They changed to a specific tire, which is kind of ridiculous because you pretty much have to buy a Pirelli tire, and Pirellis are known to wear down quickly. And this one's, yeah, so worn down so quickly. We got about 12,000 miles on it, then we parked it because I didn't think it was smart to keep on driving it as fast as they wear down. One could have come apart or something and do damage to the vehicle. And so it's like, no, we're no longer driving it. We were trying to get a hold of Rivian, we got a hold of Rivian. We talked. My wife did the calls. She talked to someone. They said, yes, somebody will call us back. Nothing ever happened. Then we called again about a couple of weeks later. Nothing happened. Same deal. And this kept on going forward and back for 2 months. I think it's about 2 months. It's kind of ridiculous. Still, eventually, in the end, no, Rivian doesn't want to take any responsibility for the tires. They say Pirelli gives the tire warranty. Well, Pirelli actually does not give a tire warranty. We also called Pirelli and they said, no, we do not do a tire warranty. And when I look it up on like Tire Rack or so, no, there is no tire warranty from Pirelli whatsoever. But Rivian says Pirelli does the tire warranty, but we have to do it through Rivian. But nobody at Rivian wants to work with us. We had a service technician out here doing the recall, and he looked at the tires and said, yeah, this kind of looks like they're worn down, but he couldn't do anything at the time. And then we sent some pictures in that they requested. Nothing happened, and it's just been dragging out. And at the end, it's like, yeah, we can't really do anything. You need to go to the service center and they can inspect it. And it's like, whoa, what are you talking about? Going to the service center? We're not driving this thing with these tires 3 hours to a service center. Are you nuts? I mean, then I asked him, well, if you want it at the service center, that's what you need, then why don't you tow it in? And they said, well, yeah, you have to pay for it. It's about $2,000. It's like, what? You got to be kidding me. I mean, you want it at the service center? I don't know why. Oh, it could be alignment issues. Well, all 4 tires are worn out pretty evenly. That is usually not an alignment issue. An alignment issue is 1 tire or maybe 2 tires. Yeah, but so in the end, I just said, I'm done with this. And I got 4 tires well, I didn't want to get Pirelli. So I got 4 tires, 4 Michelins installed on the rims that are the exact same size, but they're not these HL whatever. These tires that we have now is what Rivian initially installed, which the weight rating and everything is totally fine. And I'm pretty sure this tire will perform better on here than that Pirelli. Also, the plan is I want to take it into the local car or local tire dealership and have the car alignments checked to see if the alignment is actually off. 1 tire here on this one was a little worn on the sides, but we also had 1 tire that lost a little bit of air over time, and maybe that caused the tire to wear on the outside a little bit until we got a notification in the truck, it was actually low a few PSI compared to the others. So that may be the cause there. I'm just gonna have it checked, and I do still have these Pirelli tires, and I'm gonna show you these here in a second, and I'm gonna take those, now that we have a service center in Belgrade, I'm gonna take those there, and then they can do whatever they want with the information that I provide about the vehicle alignment, about the tires. And I do expect Rivian to participate in this, paying for these new tires. It is definitely a Rivian problem. They know it, but they're trying to blame everyone else. They're trying to blame us that we did something wrong and your alignment is off or whatever. Did you do tire rotation? Which that's so ridiculous. I mean, we don't take this sucker off-road, so the alignment is really not off. Tire rotation was done. Actually, we usually don't do tire rotation like at a certain mileage, because we have 2 sets of tires usually for all our vehicles. So that means they drive for 6 months on the summer tires and then 6 months on the winter tires. And that is the tire rotation. And that is anywhere from 5 to 10,000 miles. And I've been doing this all my life like this, and it's never been an issue. So the issue is here called Rivian, and they just want to blame someone else. So, well, let me show you the old tires here real quick. These here are the 4 Pirellis, the Scorpion Zero here. Oh, it's got even a Scorpion on there. Yeah, and it is this size here. Let's flip that around. To 7550 R22 116H M and S. I'm sorry, but this tire to begin with there's certainly not a mud and snow tire. This doesn't do any good in mud and snow. This is definitely a summer tire, maybe an all season. But you can see this one here is worn. We're down to the wear indicators here from DOT. This one has a little more wear on the sides. That was the one that was probably low on pressure. This here, very similar, basic thing. We're pretty much down to the wear indicators. Again here, same thing. And you can see they're basically more or less the same across. Not much of a difference over the width of the tire in regards to wear. So very unlikely that the alignment is off, and if it is, it will be very little. Tires have a tendency to wear out on the outside a little bit more, like, yeah, when the tire pressure is low, which I believe that was the case on this one. And then because it's a tall, heavy vehicle, as you go through a turn, it will put more wear on the sides of the tire, which is not unusual. But these are all 4 at, I think we're 10 or 11,000 miles or so. They're basically done. And so, yeah, we'll bring these to Belgrade, to the service center, and talk to them there, and hopefully we can come up with a solution here. Now let's go look at our new tires. I chose a Michelin tire. That is the same tire that I've been running for many years on my pickup truck. Nowadays it's called the Defender, I think. Yes, there we go. And this has been a great tire on my pickup truck. It is an all-season tire, but it's siped pretty good, as you can see there. And it has performed actually really good on my pickup truck in the winter time. Amazingly good. So this is more, see that this heavy siping there, that is more like an M&S, a snow tire. Unlike that Pirelli, the Pirelli didn't have this heavy siping. So these tires should be doing great in the winter time. We can't afford to buy a second set of rims for a Rivian. They're ridiculously expensive. People that put aftermarket rims on, that sell them at high prices, and once in a while you find a low priced one, but it's so far away we couldn't get it, or they don't want to ship it. So with this tire now, with this Michelin here, that should be a good compromise to run all year long until maybe we can get a second set of wheels. And I wasn't even looking specifically for a 22-inch wheel. I would have bought a 21 or even a 20-inch wheel, but unfortunately, yeah, prices are ridiculously high on these. So, but yeah, we got now nice Michelin Defenders, same exact size. The only difference here is the weight rating on these tires is one lower than on the Pirelli, but the weight rating is still well within the weight of the entire vehicle. So it's not like these tires are overloaded. And actually, the tire with these specifications here was what Rivian initially put on, and then they switched to that Pirelli for whatever reason, saying that the tire rating on this was not heavy enough, so we got that special tire, that Pirelli Scorpion, which obviously didn't solve anything because yeah, we had them worn out in no time with just driving normal. So, but now we got these new tires here. At this point, we haven't driven it with those tires yet. Obviously, it's still dusty. We'll take it out soon on a drive and see how they do. But as I mentioned earlier, I want to take it to the local tire dealer and have the alignment checked too here this coming week before we really put many miles on these tires. I don't want to destroy them in case there would really be something wrong with the alignment, but I do have my doubts that there is an alignment issue. So, well, I'll keep you up to date if see what Rivian does, if they can get us some money here towards those new tires, because it's definitely an issue. If you do research on Google or whatever, you'll see there's many more that had issues with those. Yeah, and it's not the driving style or the tire or the alignment. It's just wearing down way too quick. Well, all right, that's it for this little video. Give us a thumbs up for this video. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos, so you don't miss out on the update on this Rivian here. You know, we'll keep you updated what happens. This is real life and not just some some YouTubers that just create some whatever content. No, this is real life. This is what we are experiencing here with this Rivian. And if you've been following us, you know we have a Cybertruck. We have a 2013 Tesla Model S, a 2018 Tesla Model 3. So yeah, we've been driving electric since 2018. Haven't had any other gas car. We haven't had any gas cars or anything. We just had electric since 2018, except for our pickup truck, which it's a 1-ton dually pickup truck that can't be replaced, that we need for towing. Still at this point, with the Cybertruck or the Rivian, neither one can replace our dually. Our dually can tow way more than the Rivian or the Cybertruck. So yeah, well, again, in any event, make sure you give us a thumbs up for any other videos that you watch of ours, and make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell, and we'll keep you up to date. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. So I went back into the settings and then service, and then I disabled the whatever tire changing mode or whatever it's called, and then it actually popped up, what work did you get done? And it was like, okay. I installed a set of tires, right? We didn't do wheels. Wheels means you probably would have changed the rim, right? But we just changed tires. We didn't rotate. We actually put new tires on, and we didn't replace a flat tire. So we click that. Now let's hit next. And now confirm your tires. So this is our tire size here, whatever. I'm wondering if they have other options here. Rivian default is here. Pirelli Scorpion, okay, what's the difference? Oh, there's a Scorpion MS and a Scorpion Zero All Season. Well, I put Michelin's on. Sorry, Rivian. I'm not gonna put this crap back on, these Pirellis. So it doesn't really matter what the heck I do here. I have no options. Well, let's try here. Oh, maybe I do. Oh, aftermarket options. Hey, I actually do have options. Well, anyway, Pirellis suck. They're hold on. There we go. Off-road, winter snow, touring performance. I don't know. It's considered an all-season. Why does it go to all-terrain? Let's try that again. Dang. All season, right there. All season aftermarket. range estimation will not be as accurate if you use aftermarket tires. This is kind of ridiculous because I don't know. The range estimation should not be solely based on the factory tire. I can put any tire on here that I want, basically. It shouldn't affect, there are some tires that affect the range quite a bit, but that said, the car should learn that and compensate for that, and not just say, oh, now it's inaccurate. You should put the Pirelli back on because we have an agreement with Pirelli, and if you buy Pirellis, we make more money, or something like that. Who knows? So I'm not too worried about this range estimation. The range estimation will be probably accurate enough. I don't think these tires will affect it much. Let's confirm. And then it says tire mileage updated. So somewhere, oh heck, there we go, kind of lost here in this Rivian menu most of the time. Okay, so we got the 22 Sport Bright all-season tires. Total tire mileage is 0. Mileage since last rotation is 0. Rotation reminder every 7,500. So we should be good. The vehicle hasn't lowered itself yet. So let's see here, that I think is here. Okay, now here we're in high. What happens if I put this? Oh. Press the brake pedal to change drive modes. All right, we press the brake pedal so it fires up. Auto. I'll let go of the brake pedal, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't come down off high at all. What happens if I put it in drive? Doesn't change anything. What about the reverse? Nope. Whoop. Oh, it did something here. Let's put it back into park. Okay, where is my settings here? It didn't lower. I would like to lower it right now, so we'll see. Oh, now, look at this. Is it safe to lower ride height? Please confirm that there are no obstructions under the vehicle. Okay, so if you take it out of tire mode, it wants to make sure, I guess. I don't know. There we go. We're good. Whoa, now it's moving. It's, oh, yep. Oh, it's shaking me around a bit here. Okay. Whoa. The tires are going here. Obviously, the tires move towards the outside as we're going down. Now let's see if we can go one lower. Oh, it's asked me again. I don't know. Does it always ask this? I don't even remember. I think we usually have it just in auto. But whatever. So now we're in low. All right. I think we're good to go now. We're down on the ground. We got the new tires on. So, yep. The only last thing is tire pressure. I'm not sure. I mean, it shows a pressure here. Updated on 8/1/25. That will be August 1st. It's September. Holy crap. It's what? The end of the first week of September. That means this thing would have been sitting here for 5 weeks because of not having tires. Holy crap. Well, that's possible. So yeah, so I don't know. That is probably not accurate. I will have to drive it so that these sensors wake up, and then it should update accurately. I don't know if you can see that, but the hood is totally dusty. The windshield is dusty. Actually, the windshield looks pretty clean in the camera, but it's super dusty. And I don't know, you can maybe tell on the hood how dusty this thing is. It's been just sitting because of those bad tires. And so I'm just gonna go up the road here real quick a little bit to see if this will wake up the sensors. Actually, the sensor should be awake already, but then sometimes it takes a little bit of driving on some cars. On the old Tesla Model S, it can take 20 minutes of driving before it updates. So I'm not sure how long this here is going to take, but yeah, we'll see. I'll just drive it till it updates. It just updated, so now the date is gone down below, and we're about the same pressure here. It says 49 and the 50 there. Before we had 50 and 51. So that is not too bad. I drove maybe, let's see here, a half a mile, if that. Yeah, probably maybe a half a mile, and then it updated. So it doesn't take too long. So we'll go back home.